Hello, everyone. This is High Priestess Jamila. So, I want to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I discovered today that I have created something that is going to be like a bestseller. And it's crazy because it is being overshadowed by Black ignorance. But, we'll talk more about that on another day. I want to talk about how slavery destroyed Black twin flames and how some of y'all Black women are probably going to run into your twin flame. And unfortunately, he's going to be a slave minded person. And I want to talk about that because, when you think about it, Black people, we do have twin flames just like white people. We do. We have twin flames. We're human beings just like everyone else. Now, the culture and what's very popular on YouTube is everybody swirling. And again, this is just a culture on YouTube. This is not actually what's happening in real life. So that's one of the biggest fake frauds about YouTube is so many people on here. And I guess YouTube is trying to be Hollywood or whatever, but even in Hollywood, there's Black couples. However, I feel as though most people on this earth already are being controlled by somebody else. I do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay. But when you come to YouTube, there is this culture of, you know, of Black people feeling as though they have to be validated by non-Black people. If a non-Black person doesn't validate them or tell them that they're doing the right thing, then they don't feel like much. And I just wasn't raised that way. I mean, I've seen it in real life. I've met Black women and I've met mixed women who would not dare be with a Black man. And, it is because of the things that they do. Typically, Black men, though, what they will do is they typically will attack you in your own community. Now, I will tell you that this is something that does manifest in real life to where a Black man, if he can't get away with doing whatever it is that he wants to do, whatever it is, what he'll do is he'll go around to the community and he'll talk about you, is what he'll do. Or he'll be talking about you behind your back. These are facts. In fact, the last well, actually, I do have real clients because I'm gonna be honest with you, none of this stuff that you see on YouTube is even real. This is something that is unreal. This is one of the biggest things that I cannot stand about YouTube is this energy of if you're a Black person, you're lower than the next person. And the only type of Black people that are coveted, you have to have like slick hair or something. Like you have to have like this slick Indian hair. If you are a Black person that has, because that's what everybody judges people by is their hair. They do. We still got, unfortunately, we still got Black folk out there judging people based upon their grade of hair. Black people are still grading each other's hair. This is a huge problem in the Black community, a huge problem in our community to where we covet everything that is non-African, non-Black. So as a Black woman that has my texture of hair, my hair is not slick unless I take some some edge control or some hair gel and slick my hair back. Oh, here's another thing. Cherry picking. We have seen just about everything. Black people hate other Black people for everything about them, but they will accept other Black people. You can be accepted by the Black community as long as you are a slave. As long as a Black person thinks that you don't have too much freedom. So what we got in the Black community is Black people trying to turn other Black people into slaves. And it's covertly done. It's being covertly done because what some of these people on here will tell you is some of these people that are like this. I'm not like this. Okay, I believe in Black empowerment. Okay, and Black empowerment doesn't mean that you are subjugating a white person. But if you have a white person that feels that they have to be validated by a Black person being a low life nigga, then there you have it. I don't hang around white people like that. I done said that. If you a white person and you want to get down with me, you cannot have a problem with me not being a slave-minded nigga. If you are a slave-minded nigga to a covert racist white person, they don't like you. I'm not looking for your acceptance. But there are so many Black people out here that are. And so when you look at the Black twin flame dynamic, imagine if you're a Black person and you run into your twin flame. Imagine if this happened to you. And I'm not even saying that this happened to me because the jury is still out on it, whether or not this person is actually my twin flame. I've been praying that they're not. For some reason, every time I go in spirit and ask, they always say that he is. And it's earth shattering because guess what? That would mean that my twin flame is literally a mind controlled slave. And this is something that I'm unhappy about. This is something that I don't appreciate. This is something to where I wish, if it turns out that this person is actually my twin flame, I don't want him to be. I will literally reject him. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with, I don't want anything to do with a Black person that looks at other races of people as being better than them. I don't want to be associated with a Black person that allows another race of people to subjugate them, put them down, or, I just don't do that because why is it even necessary? It's not even necessary in life. It's not. There needs to always and forever remain a mutual respect between Black people and white people, especially Black people and white people, given our history of slavery. There needs to be a certain amount of respect that other races of people, especially white people, I don't care if it's the white community, if it is any community of white people, they have to respect Black people. If you don't respect Black people, it's not that it's going to put me into an outrage. It's just that I just don't fuck with you. I don't even have to think about you. There is no way in hell that I would ever have a white person on my channel or in my chat room. They would not be welcome that actually looks down upon Black people and thinks they are better. And it's funny because 2 years ago, this man on here, when I had issues with a white person that she had came down here to visit me. We had did some group rituals together. Y'all remember that? And the lady ended up going on to a racist platform and calling Black people niggas and porch monkeys. Okay, niggas and monkeys. And this very same person that right now is cool and down with racist white people told me that I was pissing off the Black community because of this chick. So everything that a Black person can do that is repugnant, the Black man is not actually going to be held accountable for it. It's going to be the Black woman. So it's like the scapegoating thing, pretty much. It's like a scapegoating. Well, and so 2 years ago, he came to me and he said, well, you need to get rid of her as a friend because, she's embarrassing you. She's, doing blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's a no-brainer, and at the time, I think I was giving her a chance to explain herself, where I just felt like it wasn't the right time for me to deal with that because I knew that this chick was going to come back for some kind of revenge. I just knew it. And that's exactly what she did. And so it was definitely a shitstorm that got started after that. Do you know that this same man that told me, a Black man, told me that I had to release her from my platform? And I ended up doing it, but he ended up not only having her on his show, but he himself has a known racist in his chat room that he is buddy buddy with. He himself has known racists in his chat room. Why is this okay with him? And for me, I just don't care. You know what? At this point, I'm gonna keep it real with you. If you are a Black woman and you do have a twin flame, more than likely, if you run into him, he might be, he could be. It's a possibility. I'm gonna say I'm not trying to project my own situation onto anybody, but if you do have a Black twin flame, you do run the risk. If you're a Black, because more than likely, if you're Black, your twin flame is going to be Black, more than likely. Okay. What if your twin flame is a mind-controlled slave? Because do you know that it doesn't matter, even first of all, if you are a slave-minded person, it doesn't matter if you are enslaved by any race. Because I believe that most of his enslavement comes from the Black community. It doesn't matter. Like if you are a slave, you're a slave. If you take orders from and you are subjugating yourself, or you are lowering yourself, or you are bowing down to any group of people, it could be Black or white. And I think that that's what they do a lot when it comes to, gangs and gang violence and stuff. You are still bowing down to another person and allowing yourself to be ran by another person. This is something that bothers me. And this is one of the reasons why it's extremely difficult for me to even find friends, because I found that most of the people that call themselves trying to be a friend, they're not trying to be understanding. They're not trying to be compassionate. They just want to try to control you and try to make themselves look bigger and better than you. This is something that I've noticed about most people, which is why to be my friend, to be actually cool with me, I don't want to be cool with somebody that's constantly trying to tell me what to do or trying to tell me what's best for me. First of all, if you see me dealing with a situation and you see me dealing with it the best that I can, who are you to judge? Nobody should be judging anybody, because at the end of the day, because I've noticed that a lot. I've seen women get kicked around, did wrong, they man cheating on them, all kind of crazy stuff, but their stuff is kept on the hush. So I've had a lot of women in social media look down upon me and try to act like they're better than me because their shit is not out there. Hey, SC, I've had that happen. It's almost like people cannot feel good about themselves unless they are downing and dissing and degrading another. It's like if they see you going through something, that's just like the other day dealing with this slave-minded man on my channel. And he just literally acting like he don't have the sense that God gave to a grasshopper. Okay. Dealing with that and then seeing somebody else just feeling like I'm going to feel better about myself. Why do women do that? If I see a man being disrespectful to another woman, to a woman, I don't feel better about myself as a woman. That doesn't make me feel good to see something like that. Now, I'm not even going to lie to you. I would love to see a man put a woman in her place, that a one you know what's crazy is that I've had a man call himself putting me in my place when in reality he can't put these other people in place that need to be put in their place. He'll come on here talk big and bad to me, but he ain't strong enough to talk big and bad to these other people, so he ain't really tough. Like, for example, a racist. If you are a person of any race that can't put a racist in their place, I'm sorry, I just don't have no respect for you. So as sad as it is, unfortunately, as a Black woman, you may end up running into your twin flame, but this man could possibly be what they call a house nigga, what they call somebody that's slave minded. Why is it that Black people can't open up their eyes and see how they're being mind controlled and how they're a slave nigga? Can't they open their eyes to see that? Open up your eyes to see that. Open up your eyes to see that you are under mind control. Open up your eyes to see that you need to show some self respect for yourself. I mean, it just, to me, it seemed like for me, first of all, I don't deal with judgmental people. If you a judgmental person, get the hell away from me. Because there's a lot of people that they will be in a worse situation than you, but they will point the finger at you. They will be going through more than you, or they'll be in a worse position, but they'll feel the need to point the finger. But this is something that is extremely devastating to Black people, to see somebody that, and that's typically what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a bunch of scary Black people that are scared to stand up for themselves. Why can't you stand up for yourself? Why do you have to sit up there and allow yourself to be controlled by anybody. That bothers me. That bothers me, especially when it's not doing you any good, when it's doing harm to you. And for acceptance, because you want to be accepted by people that don't actually accept you. Because if those people accepted you, they would respect you. You wouldn't have to shuck and jive for them. We got way too many black males on here subjugating the black woman. And it doesn't matter that you're not subjugating all black women. What are you subjugating the black woman for? What are you playing? What are you doing? Why do they become subservient to dumb stuff? Things that don't get them nowhere. What good is that doing you? So for me, y'all, I don't, it's still maybe we can have more than one twin flame. I'm hoping that we can. I'm hoping that we can have more than one twin flame in this life because I've actually heard of that. I don't know if that's a possibility. I guess if you're a black person, it's kind of like the luck of the draw. Basically what we got is and you see it all the time. Like, why is it that on YouTube, why are there so many people? Why are there a lot of black people with freaking spiritual confusion and problems, and why are they on my channel? And why do you feel that I can't educate or inspire you, or you have to disrespect me because of this stupid man doing monkey see, monkey do? Why do we do that to each other? So you don't so be and this is the problem. This is the exact problem. When black people go through shit, they don't support each other. They really honestly don't. I just had somebody drop revenge porn on me, and the black community is judging me. I can't feel it, but I can see it. And most of the black community that's judging me are the swirlers. Most of the black community that stand in judgment of me right now, they date outside of their race. Most of them. And they're like, oh, you're low class because you were doing that to a black man. Ew, gross. You're low class. And it's like, are you living in any kind of reality? That's what I'm noticing. I can see it, but I can't feel it. Thank God I can't feel it. I got that black candle going back there. So otherwise, black people would have thrown me a bunch of negative energy in judgment because of this maniac that has no respect for himself or his own people. And this is the kind of crap that we're dealing with. No, it's not that this man actually has a mental illness. It's not that this man actually has problems within himself and low self-esteem and is insecure and doesn't have control over his own self. No, it's not that. You're the problem, Jamila, because oh God, you're so low class. Why don't you just go and be with a white man? White men are better. This is the kind of stuff that we're dealing with in the community. And I've noticed that this has become extremely popular. And I'm not going to let the YouTube community control me. I do what I want to do. Like I said, if you have a problem with me, you can unsub from this channel. You do not have to be over here. You have any judgment of me because of that silly food, any whatsoever. They stand in sexual judgment. It's like dealing with a bunch of little kids. It's like dealing with a bunch of childish people. Black, I noticed this about our own people. They can't look at nothing through a mature standpoint. It's always, and and so all a black man got to do is attack our sexual selves, and then that's when the judgment comes in. That's when the black community looks down upon you. Why do black people judge each other sexually? Why do they do that? And it's disgusting, man. I'm not gonna be enslaved by a white person or a black person. And why are y'all on my channel? Why are these types of people even watching me? There is a literal culture on YouTube to where anybody like to where black women are judged for dealing with a black man, when we know that a lot of them have issues. Y'all come and stand in judgment of me. You know that this man has issues. You know that these men have issues, but yet you come and you stand in judgment of me when you don't even have the power to do that. It's sick. I think that our people have been sexually repressed. I think that our people have been mentally repressed. And I think that our people have been socially repressed to the point where, man, I'm sorry. If you are a black person right now that is judging me and trying to sexually oppress me, I'm not cool with you. Because really, to be honest with you, it's not. And I don't have hatred for black people at all. I talk to a lot of cool ass black people every single day, even ones that date outside of their race. I don't judge them. But what I found is that there are a lot of black folks that will stand in judgment. And it's like, look, I'm a grown ass woman. You can't control what I do in the bedroom just because of this silly, idiotic fool. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows what to do to get people to turn their backs on me. And y'all fall for it every time when in reality, this dude needs to go and get some help. So again, mental and spiritual illness is so taboo in the black community that a person can deflect and they can do and this is the kind of stuff. This is the reason why I don't that's why my door ain't open for everybody. My door is not open for everybody, even at my company, even at my business, because even if I tried to free you from the mind enslavement, you would resist it. That's all black people do. Oh, you nasty. As soon as it's anything sexual. And it's like, well, I can tell you this. I've already stated who I am and what I like because it was put out there. I don't and what's up with black people shaming each other? That's why I keep my circle small. That's why I keep my circle small when it comes to people that's trying to be cool with me. I'm not cool with you if you judging me because of that. And I can hear you, I can see you, and it's freaking disgusting. No, don't judge me. Judge that stupid man. Judge him. He's the one making a fool out of himself, not acting like a grown man. But this is what we do in the Black community. This is what Black women do to other Black women. This is what Black men do to Black men. It's ridiculous. Black people are ashamed of loving each other. And this is something that's really heavy on YouTube. I can tell you that the next Black man that you see come on my channel, he's going to be into the craft. He's going to be into ritual. He's going to be into crystals. He's going to be into everything that I am into. You know what I'm saying? Like, because to be honest with you, you know, it's crazy. And why is the Black community trying to constantly destroy each other? Why are y'all so against each other? Why can't y'all wake up? Like, I've asked this man, I've tried to wake him up. Trust me, I done did all kind of mirror spells on him. It just, when y'all decide that you're going to feel bad about yourselves, you just don't care. You ain't about to make me feel bad about nothing. And this is typically what Black people do to each other. And it's sad. What the hell is wrong with us as a people? Hey, Jen. I'm having a good night, but I'm just sick and tired of I'm sick and tired of mind controlled Black people. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, man. You know, and I don't have no problem with Black people as a whole. I have a problem with people like that. I have a problem with Black people that sit there and point the finger at other Black people the way that they do. It's disgusting. It is. It is totally disgusting. And so that and it's like it's just like it just is constant. And you know what? I ain't one of them type of Black women that's gonna sit up here and go, oh, well, you know, the Black woman is the most unprotected. No, I'm very protected, trust me. And my spirits are gonna wreak havoc. Trust me. Trust me, they will. All of them. We're not living in 2021 or even 2020. This is 2022. This is a new year, new energy. Okay. Yeah, this silly fool, it just it's so stupid. And I'm sitting up here looking, and I'm like, what is wrong with these people? And he got low self-esteem. His self-esteem is on the flow. It's gone. He ain't got no self-worth whatsoever. Whatsoever. Okay. No respect for himself, no love for himself, to the point where a lot of them, when they get shown love, they can't even recognize it. They think love is being kicked around. They think love is being abused. That's what they think. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm going to talk about that. Yes. Okay. I was going to say something first and then I'll get into that. Um, a Black man tried to shame me tonight for making love to him. Explain it to me. Explain it to me. And explain to me the mindset of a Black man that would do that. Explain to me the mindset of a person would do that. And I don't know. I remember seeing this in high school. Black people have sexual dysfunction like that. A lot of them do. I'm not one of those people that has a sexual dysfunction. And I've even been I've been molested as a child. But I do not have that sexual dysfunction. I am sexually free, mentally free, spiritually free, physically free, emotionally free. I'm free in every way. What is wrong with you, brother? To where you like what's wrong with you? And this is how y'all control each other. You don't control each other with love. You control each other with hate. In his mind, he has control over me by doing that. It gives him a sense of power and control, not love. They don't want to have no kind of control with love. No, no, we can't show each other love. No, we got to show each other hate. That's the current status quo with a lot of black people. I think it's sick. Hmm. He did. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why he did that. He did that, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. Is that you know he was embarrassed by me dumping him publicly. So when he promised that he was going to spend time with me on Valentine's Day, and when he didn't, and when I came and fronted on him because of it, he was embarrassed by it. He was embarrassed. And I'm sorry, what kind of grown person, like, that's not nothing to be embarrassed about. Like the stuff that this man, he's always talking about somebody is an embarrassment, but look at how he embarrasses himself. Look at all of the people. Look at the fact that he hangs around with people that expose his address. Like, you should be embarrassed about that. Why are you not embarrassed by that? Why are you not embarrassed by the fact that this is a group of people that controls your life? Like, I would be more concerned about being embarrassed about that. That should be his first concern. No, he's trying to, and so what he did was he wanted to come over here and save face. But see, the first time he did that humiliation ritual, I reversed it. I ain't did it yet. He was trying to do a humiliation ritual. I wasn't trying to do a humiliation ritual on him. I wasn't trying to do a ritual on him at all. I don't need to do shit to him. I don't need him for shit. He needs me. He needs my validation. Okay. So that was his humiliation ritual. Which by the way will be reversed. You got to be very specific. Whenever they're doing humiliation rituals on try to bring shame to you or to try to bring judgment to you or to try to mess you up, you have to specifically reverse their humiliation rituals. Trust me. I've become very, very keen to how to deal with them. So that was his humiliation ritual. He wanted some get back. But in reality, let me just say this: in reality, was it not normal for me to be upset about what he did? And then the crazy part about it is that he tries to act like he's too good for me. And I'm sitting up here looking at him like, well, if anybody is too good for anybody, it would be me being too good for you. So anyway, today I made a discovery. So you know how like when you get out the shower, when you're getting dressed, you know how like when you looking in the mirror and you look back at it. I looked in the mirror and I looked because y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. And you know what? He was the one that brought it to my attention that I had like some like literally like my cellulite had gotten bad. I had loose skin and everything. Like it was terrible. And he brought that to my attention. Okay, which I don't even know how the hell that happened. I don't even know how the hell that happened. You know what I'm saying? I think that it was bad spiritual energy purpose personally that did that, because spirit was showing me that there was several people that were trying to give me a bad body or some shit. I don't know what that's about. Anyway. So I haven't even really been working out much. Okay. And I have been taking the collagen pills. I started taking those. Okay. It's like a collagen gummy. But last week, I swear to y'all, and you know what? I should have took a before picture. Damn it. I should have took a before picture, but I didn't. Y'all just gonna have to try it out and take my word for it. Okay. I'm telling you, I wouldn't lie on myself. Okay. Last week, before I started using that soap, in particular the anti-aging soap that I made, which is the brown one, that was the first soap that I made. I started using it like a week ago, and I've been alternating between that one and the Green Goddess soap. So the Green Goddess soap actually has like skin things that are good for your skin also. So both of them are anti-aging. It's just that the Green Goddess soap is more so like a money soap. It's more like good luck or whatever. Y'all, I used it. I've been using it for the past week. And let me tell you, I looked back at the back of my legs because and it like that soap is literally getting rid of my cellulite. Hey Teron, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Like the back of my legs, it was like I didn't have a lot of cellulite, but like what I had was like at the bottom of my butt and like on the sides, it was like the skin was kind of creped. It was like a creped a little bit. And I look back at it today and I'm like, what the hell? Like and I know it's that soap because I haven't even really been working out. And working out doesn't necessarily do much for your skin. I mean, it will, you know what I'm saying? But so I'm gonna I'm going to continue to use it on my stomach because you guys know that I do have stretch marks on my stomach, and they typically do get kind of worse, like the skin on my stomach, because I've had 4 children. So the skin on my stomach does kind of show a little bit more. The more I work out, the better that it gets, because I actually have pictures of myself when I first moved down to Georgia, and my stomach, you could barely tell. You know what I'm saying? My stomach looked good when I had first got down here. Okay, like you could tell I had children, but it wasn't near about like it wasn't. When I put on a little bit of weight in my belly area, like it seems like it kind of, I don't know, the skin on my stomach gets kind of weird. So, yeah, like I actually couldn't believe when I looked at the back of my legs, I was like, wow. And so anyway, I think that soap is going to make a wonderful addition to, like, if you're trying to get your body in shape. Thank you, Raina. Yeah, Jen, he really likes to make himself look bad. He really does. And he thinks that he's making me look bad by doing that. Typical black male, typical black male, and I'm looking for somebody that's atypical. I'm not looking for the typical ignorant, crazy black man. I'm not looking for nothing like that. Like that's what he's doing. Him and that other dude in the black sector, they both try to they both try to make me look bad by talking shit about kids. Okay, that's what they do. So I still don't quite understand their logic. I guess their logic is, well, if you mess with him, if you continue to mess with him, then oh, I guess that means that you don't care about your kids. But we all know that I do. So what's your point? You the one that don't care about my kids. They like most of them black men in that black sector don't even care about their own kids. I mean, we talking about your actions, brother. You claim that you got children at home, but yet you driving an hour away from your children so that you can fight with somebody that you claim is a bum. So stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but it's the truth. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Yeah, I'm about to come upstairs in a minute, honey. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna eat these Pringles when I get upstairs. You got the top two? No. You want to watch a movie with Mama? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna watch a movie together. Yeah, it's so sick, Jen. It is. Jen, I swear to God, I ain't never, ever seen that. The only thing that I can think of is that that's how dude was raised. I feel like he had some abuse and some trauma in his childhood to where, like, I believe that his mother must have had a man around that was being verbally abusive to her children. He ain't never done no crap like that in my face. He ain't never spoke that way around me or my children though. And see, so it's so stupid, and he refuses to apologize for it. So he make himself look bad. He make himself look bad. I'm sorry, but that's why they do it. That's why they do it. That's why he did that. And then he uploaded the revenge porn to try to make me look. These men have been doing that. That's their MO. That's their agenda. He's in the black sector. He respects certain black vloggers that run the narrative that black mothers are shit. That's the narrative that they run. They're so ignorant, and little children that are sick and twisted and warped in their mind is pretty much what they are. He does it, but he's trying to make me look bad when he does it. That's pretty much the agenda. And they've been had that agenda. They have a very flawed and warped logic. Very flawed and warped, and I'm he knows that I'm done with it. And because in that black sector, you're a piece of crap black man if you're not dating a white woman. Pretty much, if you're not dating outside of your race, you're a piece of crap. You're a piece of crap, pretty much, is the way that it is. And so that's the current mindset or whatever, is to be as repulsive as possible towards black people and towards black women. And the fact that me and him have been intimate together, this is what drives him. These particular black males, they want to disrespect a black woman that they've been intimate with. It almost takes you back to high school to where, if when you was in high school, or when you were, when they were young, any black woman that showed them any kind of level of intimacy, they would dog out or trick out or whatever. They're disgusting is what they are. His mama is black. I don't think he like his mama either. He don't like his mama. Remember when he faked her death 3 years ago? Remember when he told me that she died? Remember when he did that? Mm-hmm. He faked his own mama's death. So, and I know for a fact that his parents had broke up. And evidently, I feel like his mama must have had him around a bunch of people that were verbally abusing him really bad. He must have like I believe that he got called retarded and slow as a child. And it is what it is. Yeah, his parents had broke up, and I think his mother had hooked up with another man after that was physically violent with her too. So he's witnessed a lot of violence and a lot of abuse in his life. So, it is what it is. Then also dude does have Tourette syndrome to the point where when he gets upset, he just says anything. And he was actually upset. He was triggered. He was very triggered earlier. So he'll say anything that he thinks is gonna bother somebody, but what he's doing is he's hurting himself. And you know what? So what, dude? So what if you grew up with violence and abuse? Grow up, get your mind right. Hell, we've all like I don't know exactly what happened to him as a child. Like, he's told me stories about like his upbringing or whatever. He's told me stories before, but it doesn't matter. You can't use that as an excuse. Learn how to behave, learn how to act, learn not act, learn how to behave. Learn how to behave. Yeah, he's too old for that. He's too old for that, man. I understand people done went through trauma, but once you reach a certain age, man, it's time for you to grow up and mature. I mean, he was almost 40 years old online. He's talked to other people's children like that before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his issue is or what his problem is, but he's just talking. He ain't gonna come over here and say that to my face, and my children ain't gonna. They don't listen to him. My children don't hear nothing that he says. My children are living their life. I don't sit and listen to that in front of my children. So just to let you guys know, the parts of it that I did listen to, I had my headphones on. I don't let my kids hear that crap. I don't ever let my kids hear that black sector crap. And you know what? When he would come over here, he would be playing the black sector on his speakerphone. And I don't want none of that crap spoken in my house. So I don't do that. I don't do that. He is very, very tainted. He is very, very dysfunctional. He is very, very ignorant. He is very, very warped. And he's also like a child sacrifice. Why would you go and make a situation worse? To me, that seemed like some lower level demonic crap. Why would you go and make it worse on yourself? Why would you go and throw yourself under the bus and make a complete fool out of yourself? And to be honest with you, all of my children, like that sector has been talking about my children for the longest, but in reality, these are grown people acting stupid. Like my children would never be involved in such foolishness. Look at how they behave. Look at how they talk to each other. These are social misfits. My children are much better socialized than they are. So I don't know why they think bringing up people's kids. It's just the way it's their logic. It's the way that their minds work. It's their logic. It's called black sector logic. For some reason, they think that they're doing something groundbreaking when they come on there and disrespect people's kids, is what they think. But in reality, you're actually, when you do that, it's a childishness that's in them. They are putting themselves in the place of a child and coming at a child, talking about a child is what they're doing. It's so stupid. It really is. I've never, I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's absolutely unreal. I don't know what he was thinking or why he thought that that was the appropriate thing to say. But again, I think that he just doesn't know how to deal with confrontation. He doesn't know how to solve his issues or his problems. He's the type of person that if it's a problem or if somebody raises any question to him, he can't handle it like an adult. So regardless of what he was saying, oh, your kids are slow or they this, and that. No, actually, all of my children are very intelligent. And then also, of course, somebody may have told him that I was talking about his children. That of which I wasn't. I had mentioned nothing about his children. I don't know what he be tripping off of. Yeah, man, my kids are more intelligent. My 8-year-old kid is more intelligent than all of those black men in that sector put together. These are facts. These are just the facts. You'll never see my child behaving that way ever. Ever. So, when they get to doing stuff like that, that's when okay, this is a person that doesn't know how to handle himself. But instead, they'll in the sector, they'll make it seem like, oh, oh, you just a crap mother. Look at the way he was talking. Well, he ain't said that crap directly to my children, so it means nothing. He's talking to the air. He's on YouTube making a fool of himself. All of that stuff is just a projection of himself. All of that stuff is a reflection of his self, period. And anti-ADOS guy was telling me, he was like, do you think he may be doing work on you? Absolutely. I've been telling y'all that for the longest, that he definitely, to even get me to meet up with him, he definitely did some kind of love work on me. Definitely. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. It ain't love. It ain't love at all. Like, he basically all but almost damn near threatened my life before. So he'll come at me with these threats or whatever. He needs to learn a healthier way of being in relationships. And then also, he told me that his son told him that he abused him as a child. So this is information that he divulged to me. His son is angry at him, supposedly because his son is saying that he abused him allegedly as a child because he spanked him or whooped him or something. I believe it. I believe his son. I believe it when his son says that, because look at how abusive he is to me. Look at how he talks to me. Look at how he treats the people in his real life. Look at how he treats the people in his real life. I can imagine he's been extremely abusive to his own family. And then he'll say something like, oh, well, we don't live together. I don't want to live with you. I don't want to live with him either, because I'm pretty sure that he would be cool, but then I'm pretty sure that abusive streak of him would come out. And I don't want children in the same house with that. I don't play that. That was, yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm completely over it. I can imagine that he probably goes home and abuses those people all the time. You never know how he is behind the scenes. You never really know. He knows not to come over here and do that though. He has never, ever said anything off the wall to my children. Not once in their face. He'd got put the hell out and smacked. And then let's keep it real. People in that sector, when they come online, it's all about trying to make themselves and other people look and feel as bad as possible. Get a life, dude. Get some business. Get your mind right. You a grown man on there talking crazy about children. Like, that's so stupid. And you can tell that the IQ is not that high. Like, obviously, you're not that smart. You're not. You think you're smart, but you're not. Because every time you have tried to make me look stupid, you just make yourself look stupid and dysfunctional. Get some help. I have told this man, I said, look, because he insists on staying in my life, he never leaves me alone ever. And so I told him, I said, you need to go get some help. He refuses to get help. He just sits at home, drinks, and smokes weed. He self medicates. He has never gotten any help. He needs to get some help. He needs to learn how to function in society because he's very institutionalized, which is why he keeps trying to set things up. I believe that he wants to go back to prison. I do. I believe that he wants to go back to prison. I believe that I believe that is something that he's probably headed back to doing. That's probably something that's going to end up happening. Trust and believe that eventually, if he stays a part of that sector, eventually he is going to go to prison. And he's just not smart enough to see it. He's not. And you know what? I did love him, but it's time for me to let him go because he's just going to end up hurting me eventually, whether or not he goes back to prison for 10 or 20 years for doing something to somebody. I know it ain't gonna be me. He ain't gonna never do nothing to me. I know that for a fact. I know I'm protected. The most he can do is come over here and videotape himself talking shit. Otherwise, him showing up with a gun, knife, a blunt object, that ain't gonna never happen. Ever, ever, ever. But I feel like he could do that to somebody else. He gonna end up doing that to somebody else. It's a possibility. Or so eventually I'm gonna have to, because you can tell that his liver is shot. I've seen him naked. I've seen him naked. He does not care about himself. He hates himself. He sits there and he drinks hard liquor all day. He don't drink as much as he used to. So, and AJ Johnson just died and he was in his 50s, which I guess 50 would, I don't want to die in my 50s, so that seems a little too soon. But, he died, AJ Johnson, the dude in Friday, he died from drinking. He did, from years and years of hard liquor. That's how he died. That's what the autopsy reports revealed. And so I just, I'd rather somebody that if I'm gonna if you're gonna be my husband, I'd rather you live, at least until you 70 or 80. My goodness, like when you think about it, everything that he does in his lifestyle, the fact that he hangs around a bunch of people that hates him. I know for a fact that the people that he hangs around, they just don't care. He don't care about himself. His eyes ain't yellow yet. They're not yellow, but they're definitely, you can tell that he's not healthy. You can tell. And for some reason, I remember the last time Mike tried to get in a like a workout plan, and he allowed Tina Turner to discourage him. He allowed her to discourage him. He stopped working out after that. So, I'm glad that I don't have no connection with those people. I'm glad I'm tired of it. And I told him, I said, if you don't quit hanging around those people, I'm done with you. Like, he knows that. And so he's made his choices, evidently. He reminds me of leaving Las Vegas. Hold on, y'all. I can tell you that Jen, he is unhappy. And the crazy part about him is that when I met him, he definitely was happier. And the crazy part about it is that he claims that I am the reason why he's so unhappy. But it's not me that's making you unhappy. It's that sector. It's that sector, trust me. And because he tried to tell me, oh, you be stressing me out. No, that sector is stressing you out. Those people literally, like, I can't get through to them. I don't even know what to say about them. I don't even know what to say about them. But, it really is crazy how, you see all these black people, and he's judging himself. He's judging himself, and he's allowing me to be judged by these people, which none of those people have the power to judge me. It's crazy how that sector wants to believe that they have the power to judge you. Like, for example, like they'll say things like, oh, this doesn't help your case. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, brother. You don't have the power to judge me, sweetie. Don't none of those people got the power to judge no damn body. That ain't nothing but a damn fantasy. They wish they had the power to judge somebody. Ain't none of them, have any of them been to school and gotten a law degree? Nope. Are we in court? I mean, I understand that we're on YouTube, but it's obvious that their judgment of me has been unfair from the beginning. And that sector has always had it out for me. I've never been a part of that sector. I've never been on anybody's team in that sector. Not ever. I've never been a part of that, really and actually. My part and my role that I played in it was, dealing with him for years, meeting up with him, trying to get him to leave. And you can see that he obviously isn't. So, that's why I said, and the whole Valentine's Day thing, that was a part of the sector too. He allows that sector in his real life, and he knows it. That was all a part of that sector too. Every holiday has been that sector doing certain stuff. It's been every holiday is what it's been. And so I kind of think, to me, what it seems like to me is some kind of secret church organization or something. And I think that they got something against witches like myself, witches that actually, uh, you know, have spells that work. And I'm not, you know, because I've seen a couple of different people claiming that they broke us up. Y'all ain't never broke us up. What are you talking about? Like, they'll claim that they did a breakup spell on us. Like, I'm sorry, but the dude is dysfunctional. He's very hard and difficult to get along with. You ain't did no breakup spell that worked. What are you trying to say? Like he's been that way for years. So that's what irritated me about it is people trying to take credit for it. Like you can't take credit for that. First of all, if you do a breakup spell that results in stuff like that, you don't need to be doing breakup spells for clients because there's been times where he's gotten so angry at me and I've gotten so angry at him that one time he did threaten violence. That's not no breakup spell. You don't want to do a breakup spell on somebody, especially because most of my breakup spells are done by clients that are trying to break their man up from somebody. Okay. And so we don't want the result to be the two parties damn near threatening to kill each other. That's not an effective breakup spell. Like that's not your breakup spell. Even though I have seen people put demons and entities on people, none of those people have the power to do that. None of them have the power to do that. That's been all me and him and our drama. And then his individual issue and me not liking it. Because he'll say all day long, oh, you wrong for saying what you said, you know, but I'm not gonna like first of all, the reason why he's saying that is because he does not want certain people in that sector to know what has been going on behind the scenes. He doesn't want people to know. That ain't my problem. But actually, in reality, they all know. They all know, like he tells them all of his business. So it's really sick and twisted. And, I don't think, like, first of all, that right there, that whole situation, that is not a Black community thing necessarily. I have never in my life seen anything like it ever. I've never seen anything like that, and I don't want to see it again. Yeah, but we already reversing his humiliation ritual. I don't know what the purpose of it is for. This is the reason why I am ready to, just live a real life. And see, he thinks that he can stop me. He does. He thinks this in his mind, but he's gonna be shocked. He'll be shocked just like they were shocked when I moved into this house. They can't stop nothing, they can't control nothing, they can't do nothing. And I'm sorry, after 2 whole years and you not doing what I need you to do, I give up on you, brother. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just it ain't, he ain't gonna never be right. But I'm gonna be, just to be perfectly honest with you, I don't see anything good happening for him. I feel like it's gonna have a bad result, which is why I'm moving out of the way. Girl, that ain't even needed, Jen, to be honest with you. You don't even have to do that because the cord is already cut. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The cord is already cut. So you don't even have to do all of that because you know what I'm saying? You don't know how he's gonna react to it. We just gotta leave it, just leave it the way that it is because I actually already did a cord cutting and I had a doll for him and I just got him out of my life. Like he's completely out of my life. He is. He's completely out of my life. I just I woke up yesterday was when I woke up. I became awakened and I just started to notice certain things. In fact, I think it's got something to do with Jehovah's Witnessing. A lot of I'm gonna tell y'all something like on some real stuff. Like, you know, a lot of these people that you see out here talking about the holidays and don't celebrate the holidays, those are secret Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't care what nobody says, man. Y'all way too passionate about that. Those are secret Jehovah's Witnesses. Mike is a Jehovah's Witness. His mother was a Jehovah's Witness. So he was raised by a Jehovah's Witness. So I believe that that whole group, all of them, because you notice that all of them speak that way. And they keep leading people over to my channel that are like that, which is bizarre. Like, you know, I'd rather have a Satanist over here than a Jehovah's Witness. Goodness gracious. I believe that. I believe that. And you know what? I ain't being disrespectful of Jehovah. You're not welcome in my home, Jehovah. Get out of my home. Whoever this Jehovah is, I don't want him in my house. Now, Jesus is okay to come in here. If I got to call to Jesus to get rid of Jehovah, I will. Jehovah is like he's a spirit. Jehovah is a spirit. He's a spirit of oppression, is what Jehovah is, in my humble opinion. Okay. So all that mess, you know, and see, he knows that like it's got to be. And I believe that on the holidays, what they do is they sit around in their Jehovah Witness network and they do stuff. Now, you know, you've seen Mike celebrate Christmas. We've seen that. But I believe that it's a front. I don't believe that those people actually celebrate. I believe that it's a front. I believe that he does that stuff. You know, he's very materialistic. So of course, any holiday where gifts are being given, you know what I'm saying? But you know, to celebrate Christmas is not necessarily about materialism. They don't even have the spirit of Christmas. They don't have that spirit of Christmas. What's the point in opening up a bunch of gifts and you miserable? That's just like the Grinch celebrating Christmas, like the Grinch before his heart grew. That's just like the Grinch that stole Christmas, talking about I'm celebrating Christmas. So that's why I believe that, because if you notice holiday, every holiday, it's every holiday. I wasn't saying nothing to any of them. Nothing. I came on here, I did my live. Because honestly, you know, I wasn't upset about Mike not being here for Valentine's Day. No, that's not what it was about. It was the sneaky conniving stuff that he was doing behind the scenes. Because there's this weird troll that calls me, and he had people, you know, people were calling me. So that's mainly what I was upset about. And I felt like he was purposely trying to ruin my holiday by promising to be here and then not being here. And then when he could, because by the time I had went live yesterday, I knew that Mike was not coming over here. I'm not talking about when I went live and addressed him. I'm talking about earlier in the day. I knew Mike wasn't. I knew that Mike was not messing with me yesterday at all. And it don't have nothing to do with whether or not I'm his woman or nothing like that. It has everything to do with his religious beliefs, is what I believe. I believe they're totally full of crap. Because it was crazy, because he was just talking to me the night before saying, I want you to do that for me again tomorrow. And I was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. But then on Valentine's Day, he wasn't talking to me. Like, I even sent him a couple of messages and he didn't respond. So I automatically knew, because he was doing that he was on some stuff. And it wasn't because he was giving flowers to nobody. That had nothing to do with it. Ask him to show the flower. He'll probably go and hurry up and buy some flowers. That dude hates love. He hates love. He's one of the most unloving people that I know. And he's gotten worse. So it was the con game. It was the games that they were playing to where they were purposely, they were plotting is basically what I got pissed off about. You see what I'm saying? I don't even, because I had checked my messages a couple of times and I could see that they had called. That unknown caller, he's connected to Mike. He is. He's got some kind of connection to Mike. I know it for a fact because he started stalking me around the same time that Mike did. So that's why I was pissed. I was pissed off mainly about him trying to mess up my holiday. Because I don't have to spend no holidays with Mike. Why would I want to spend the holiday with somebody like him? All he does is listen to those Black Sector videos. He got a PlayStation 5 that he don't even play with. You think that dude over there playing PlayStation, he's not playing with that PlayStation. He ain't playing no video games. He is totally obsessed and under mind control of that sector, hell bent on whatever it is. And trust me, he don't need no love spell. He needs an exorcism. Mike needs cleansing. He's not in an environment that he can do that. I could actually help Mike. I can help rid him of them demons. He won't do it. He's got the spirit of materialism. He's got the spirit of alcoholism. He's got the spirit of destructiveness. He's got the spirit of loneliness on him. He chooses to be lonely because he's lonely. Right now, Mike is lonely. Right now, he's lonely. He chooses to be lonely. And then he'll come and project at me, oh, look at you, you lonely. Well, I'm not lonely. I'm chilling. I don't get lonely. I don't understand what that's about. That's a spirit. Jill Valentine said, I wish that. No, he don't live 2 hours from me, Jen. He lives only 20 minutes from me. He lives 20 minutes away. He live right down the street. Oh, Lord, here's a troll. My middle name is Jamal, and I take great pride in my ghetto heritage. My great great grandfather invented the 2-story mud hut. Okay. Well, all right now. That's here. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. Yeah, he only lives 20 minutes away, Jen. He can be here in a snap. So I don't even involve Mike in any of my holidays. He got to clean all that crap off of him. If I'm gonna spend the holiday with you got to clean it up, buddy. And I well plug. I ain't gonna be discussing my location up in here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, It ain't men. It's just that he's crazy. All men ain't like that. And I'm ready to heal myself for real, but I just don't appreciate the things that he did. Obviously, I don't appreciate it, but I'm just gonna keep it real with you. He was trying to humiliate me, and like I said, we've already reversed his humiliation ritual. My contact info is in the video description box, plug. Yeah. Y'all notice how that black sector, instead of like even on Christmas, I don't want a man that goes live in the black sector on Christmas. Last Christmas, he was live doing videos in the black sector in 2021. He was live doing black sector videos on Christmas. I remember when I was with my baby daddy, and he's gone home to glory, but I've never ever dealt with a man that would go live on YouTube on Christmas to do crazy stuff. I tried not to be judgmental, but I gotta judge what I want in my life. You know what I'm saying? And what's the obsession with one witch? What's the obsession with one witch? You know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go and spend time with my kid, but oh my goodness, y'all, I am so excited. I am going to do an updated body shot in another couple of weeks to show y'all the progress of using that soap. And then also, of course, well, I'm a wait like probably a month or so, like a month, so that you're welcome. I'm gonna wait like a month so that I can, because I started working out again. And I'm just, I don't think that they want, I don't think that, I think that what mainly triggered them is that I was saying that I'm free of that sector. And they don't want me to be free of that sector. But I'm free of that sector now. I've been free of that sector. I ain't never been trapped. That's what I said. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's not. It's it's. I think it's made up. Like I said, I feel that most of those people associated with that sector, I feel like it is related to Jehovah's Witnessing. And see, y'all don't have the right to force those beliefs on me. Okay, you got several different, like, what, it's so stupid to create a religion that got you fighting with everybody. So you got, I guess, is Yahshua and Jehovah the same? I don't know. Like, I've never seen people that, and for some reason, it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm so cute. Maybe that's why, because they think I'm cute and they like, ooh, we gotta go. Like they don't want to go to somebody that might want to be a part of their religion. You up with your boys? Yeah, I'm about to go up here and watch a movie with Jakey, and I'm gonna have a late night. Like we eating kind of late. I'm about to cook the oh shoot, I gotta clean out that because y'all, I need to get, I'm getting me a set of skillets. I think I want to get some cast iron too real soon. Anyway, I'm in the mood for some grilled cheese sandwiches and some tomato soup. Yeah, well, whatever it is, I don't contend with any of it. I don't contend with any of it. Okay. Mm-mm. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah. So anyway, and I want to say this before I go. These people need to just leave me alone. Is what they need to do. They need to leave me alone. Like it's almost like they call themselves trying to stop me from living my life. Yeah, I got the off brand Jill Valentine. What I do is I add milk to it, and I add like a little bit of pepper. Like I add some seasoning to it. I got some fresh rosemary in there, so I usually will add that to it. And you know what though, when you look at some of these religions, like I'm gonna tell y'all something. Religious fanatics have lost their minds. I'm talking about the fanatics, but they're covert with it. I don't care what Mike says. He is a secret religious, very religious person in secret, attacking a witch. And he can kiss my ass. That is exactly what he's doing. And for some reason, he thought I was vulnerable. Oh, they're not going to go out and fight actual people that are doing bad things in this world. No, they're going to attack one woman. This is what that sector has done. And then this fool going to come on my platform and say, I'm not going to protect you. Well, then go. Bye. Bye. The hell on somewhere. You're worthless then. What? Like, and of course he's not going to protect me though, because he's the one that's creating it. But I don't want y'all to worry about me. I don't want y'all to ever, ever, ever worry about me. He can't do nothing to me. He can't do anything to do any harm to me. Not anything ever. So don't y'all ever worry about that, because I'm not worried. Because a couple of people came and they said, well, I'm worried about you. Well, don't be worried about me. I'm good. Trust me, he ain't gonna do no harm. Because you hear horror stories, you know what I'm saying, about men but he crazy, but he ain't that crazy. Let's put it like that. Right now, he's just mad because I wouldn't accept his little games that he plays. I'm not accepting those kind of games, because his kind of games are very, they're just disgusting. They honestly are, the whole holiday game, because you over there, a whole Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, I think I'd rather, I don't have anything against, you know what, honestly, um, in my opinion, the way that I see Jehovah's Witnesses is that they're like a secret terror. They're to me, I think that they are like secret terrorists, but they do it in a very passive aggressive way usually. And here's the thing, it's not all Jehovah's Witnesses. Please don't think that I'm saying that. I do have trauma from my childhood from a babysitter that was a Jehovah's Witness, though. I have actual trauma. Think about it. I was a little baby witch. I was a little girl, little skinny little girl. My mom took me to this babysitter. She's a big black woman. Okay. She's a big black woman. And y'all know Halloween has always been my favorite holiday. And not for the candy though, you know what I'm saying? My parents didn't really let me eat a lot of candy when I was little. Not even on Halloween. They monitored how much candy I ate. You know what I'm saying? But I got traumatized, and it's all about the witch's discovery. You know what I'm saying? Um so, but I'm not saying that all Jehovah's Witnesses are like that. I'm honestly not saying that. Now, if you go and look up Jehovah's Witnessing, oh my God, the trauma that is being created, that even adult Jehovah's Witnesses are carrying around with them. So you got to think, Mike has been telling me all of this stuff. He's told me a lot about him. So, me looking at him, knowing that he's traumatized, I had compassion for him this whole time. And you're not going to get people to judge me just because I had compassion for you. Get the hell out of here with that. So, I know what kind of stuff they go through. I know. And I know as an adult what he is dealing with on a very, very deep subconscious level. And so if he were to come to me as a client, this is exactly what I would tell him, but he would have to actually agree to getting the help. He hasn't agreed to it. He don't think he has a problem. He don't believe it's a problem. But when it comes to any kind of religious organization, you can have your extremists. So I believe that the things that they're doing online is an example of being a religious extremist. Which, by the way, they're not going to do that to a non-black witch. They're only going to target the black ones. That's it. And they're only going to target the ones that are, small, and they felt like I was docile. And I'm only 5'4", you guys. And I just look like I can be bullied. And so anytime I'm like, me specifically, hold on, y'all. Because he told me years ago that he owned me. He was like, I own you. I was like, you do? He was like, yeah, I own you. And I was like, no, you don't. So, anyway, y'all have a good evening. Um, I'm gonna go up here and spend time with my kid. I'll catch y'all later. Peace and love and light. Oh, Jen, if you want to do anything for me, don't do a cord cutting. That's not necessary because that's already been done. Bind him from doing but do some binding work on them if you're gonna do anything, or either some domination work, because I actually did some domination work on him like a couple of months ago. If you notice, he don't talk about me on YouTube no more unless I say something about him. Then he goes nuts. And then if I tell him I don't want to see you anymore, he starts to do what he do. You know. Hey Trinity. All right, y'all. I'm out. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.